Currently, there is a really big problem in the finals, and it's causing lots of players to quit the game. The problem is griefing, and today, I'm going to explain how griefing can be fixed. In case you don't know, griefing is when the first place team purposely targets the second place team to stop them from qualifying, and to grief in an easier team so that the next round is easier. This is very unfair for the second place team because they can perform really well, get all the cash outs and never wipe, but the first place team can just double the cash out and hard target you to get the worst team in easily. So basically, the second place team is guaranteed to lose even if they perform well because they will be targeted by the first place team. So the first way to fix griefing is to make it so that ranked is a 3v3 final round. Now on the surface, this sounds perfect because you can't grief in a team in a final round, but there's a big problem with this. The slogan for the game is literally, "Can you reach the finals?" implying that the game is meant to be a tournament-based system instead of a basic 3v3 game. So this would fix the problem, but it wouldn't really fit the game. So to make it fit the game, it has to be a tournament system instead of it just being a final round. We can add 2 qualifier rounds below it, but instead of 2 teams qualifying, it would be only 1 team qualifying. This would completely fix the griefing issue while keeping the tournament system. Since only 1 team can qualify, there would be no reason to grief anyone, which means that it would 100% rely on skill to qualify. However, many players might find this to be too hard, or it won't be fun because it would be really hard to get first place. So let's take the current ranked cash out mode and add one change to it. The last cash out cannot be doubled. Now on paper, this doesn't make any sense, but if you think about it, it rewards the good gameplay just enough while preventing griefing. For example, let's say you are second place with 27k and you have won all your cash outs, but pink team is 8k above you with 36k. Usually in this situation, pink would just double the cash out to grief you out, but if we remove doubling the last cash box, then pink won't be able to grief you out, and instead the cash outs would be split so that you would still have to win a cash out to qualify, but pink won't be able to target you as easily, meaning that it would rely on you winning a 3v3 for you to qualify. So this method still keeps the current ranked mode the same while making it harder for the first place to grief. Therefore, removing doubled cash outs on the last cash out will fix the griefing problem. So I've already explained 3 ways Embark can stop the griefing problem in the game. However, my last solution is 100% guaranteed to stop griefing and will make ranked much better. So make sure you watch till the end of the video to find out what it is. So before I tell you my 4th solution, I decided to call up some of my friends to see what they would have to say. What rank were you last season?
Last season, I finished Diamond 3.
Diamond 1.
47,000.
46k.
Diamond 3.
48,000 RS.
Flat 3.
Diamond 1.
Diamond 2 last season.
What can Embark do to stop griefing in the finals?
You have to adjust the cash amount so that the final cash box doesn't get doubled and lead to like a team getting 36k. Or, I think this is a bit of a hot take, but I think you could delete doubling from ranked and just leave doubling to World Tour. Or my last idea is changing ranked from like the cash out layout to just straight up 3v3s.
If you want to double a cash box, you need to hold E or whatever your action button is for maybe 5 to 7 seconds so that it's a little harder to double a box.
Remove the team entirely once they won. A good solution is just remove the team that won. At the end, you get nullified out, you're done. You have to sit the rest of the game while the quick cash essentially ensues and the best team is able to get in.
The spawns in this game are so unbelievably bad. You know, halfway through the game, you're holding a cash out and every team that dies is spawning on you over and over again. And then you look at the scoreboard and then there's one team that has 3 kills between all 3 of them. And then my team that has about 7 between one person.
Because thirding is a problem, but it's just mostly a matter of spawns and actually spawning in places where going for a third gives you some sort of downside.
There was one idea that my friend Rue told me about. He was essentially saying if you get first place in each round, you get more points, like more elo. So instead of essentially griefing in a second team, or a worse team, giving up your first place position to let the team you're letting in get griefed in, you keep that so that you can keep more elo at the end. That's a really good solution, I think.
One thing would be like that they could do would be kind of lame is to make it so only one cash out box spawns in the third set.
Ranked shouldn't be cash out. Ranked should be 3v3. It's hard to determine somebody's rank based on, you know, so many factors of there being 4 teams fighting against each other, right? So I think having a 3v3 based ranked tournament would be 100% better in every way.
They either need to make doubling harder for a team by giving it time to plug, and also incentivizing a team to actually stop a double by making it like steal when you try to double. Or they could just remove doubling entirely, and that would probably solve most problems.
The griefing is like hard to counter, like unless you're in first place and you're the one that's doing the griefing. Like I really don't know what Embark could really do.
Teaming is a big problem in this game, right? The number 1 team will be teaming with the lowest place team, which really just feels unfair. So at the end of the match, whenever the first place team is secured, I think maybe them becoming a nullified ghost that cannot influence the match in any way anymore. So no damage to players, no nothing. That way that it's more fair. If it does end up getting doubled, then it's just 3 teams, you know, so nobody's really teaming against each other. It's a fair 3v3v3.
Stop having ult accounts and smurfs and increasing the level cap or increasing the amount of games played.
They doubled the team capacity, so like a total of 32 players. You know, it still plays with four teams fighting against each other. But instead of having the top 2 players have it always just the only top 1 team, I feel like that would stop it completely because, you know, there's no incentive for that.
Play like a corny cheese eating cringe rat supreme janitor that everybody hates and play in a corner and just run out and take the doubled cash out after every other team fought each other.
So this is the point of the video which you've all been waiting for. The solution to stop griefing and to fix rank forever is to go back to Season 3 Terminal Attack. Shout out to everyone for helping me make this video. If you want to be like these people and help in the next video, then make sure you join the Discord server. The link is in the comment section. And I also linked their channels in the description, so make sure you check them out too. Before you click off this video, I can see how many people subscribe to each specific video. So if you subscribe, it will show me that you guys want to see more of this.